Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chic
and
J-Dub.
And welcome to the United States of Paranormal.
Hello. Hello.
How are you guys doing out this week? You guys having a good week?
No, it's been a shitty week.
At least the sun is shining today, though.
But it was still chilly.
Yeah.
That's true. It'll get
supposed to
better.
Be 70 by Friday, right?
Yeah, rumor has it, though, we got another set of storms coming in, so be prepared.
Shut your face!
It's just rumored. It's just rumored. I know you're flipping me off right now. I see you.
I see you, too.
It's just rumored. My oldest son, the Skywalker, is a avid weather follower.
Yeah.
He listens to Ryan Hall, y'all?
Yeah.
He loves Ryan Hall.
We watch him, too.
He does a pretty good job. He definitely has stuff planted all over the United States, but he said something to the effect of there was another storm brewing that they actually don't usually go that far out and say, we're going to have some severe weather, but he said that this was one of those upcoming weekends where we might get some
I sure
some
hope
storms.
not.
The last report that I seen said mild storms, so I mean it wasn't like a major thing coming in, but we'll wait and see. I know that the straw man got some recent weather.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he was hunkered down in a bunker in one of his Snapchat deals a couple days ago. So
Yeah, and then he got like golf ball size hail and everything else.
all I know is that his eavesdrops are pissing him the fuck off.
Yeah, they sure are. Just in that one spot, right?
Yeah, just the one spot. Everything else is fine. Just that one spot. I was watching that Snapchat going, buddy, you just got to crawl up there and unplug the drain. It'll be fine.
Yes.
I don't know what was going on, but it was fun to watch. I chuckled when I saw it. What else? We talked about a couple of weeks ago in your story from Nevada. We talked about the they thought was a giant sloth fossil. Mm-hmm. Was it just a footprint though, right?
Yeah, they thought it was a giant human or a sloth, and then the sloths won it over.
Right on. So
it was a giant sloth.
It wasn't. Yeah. Strawman also sent us pictures of West Virginia's giant sloth that they found bones of, I guess, right? That looked like a hanging thing, like a T-Rex type thing. Is that what I saw? That was pretty crazy. The picture wasn't extremely good. I'm going to have to actually go through and look it up online to see a better picture of it. But as always, Mason, thank you for all the interaction, all the fun stuff.
Yes.
And it's so great to have him and all you guys listening every week to our banter, which if you don't want to hear it, there's a timestamp. And for those that have signed up for our Patreon, you can see our beautiful faces. So look, J-Dub's smiling at you right now. Rocker Chic, give him a smile. There it is. That's the first smile we've got out of her all night during recording.
My face hurts. I'm tired.
Really?
Yeah. Everything hurts.
So what you're saying is there's no funky business later tonight.
Nope.
She's like, let's get this story going. I'm gonna go to bed.
Are you ready to start your story?
Oh, whenever.
Oh, I don't really have a lot to talk about.
Well, I can see the paper over there, and it looks like
There's
pretty
a lot.
creepy place on the front of that paper.
All right.
We're
Well-
going to go to a lot of places.
All right. Well, give me just 1 second and remind everybody we have our 200th episode coming up.
Whoa.
Everything is starting to line up, and I'm super excited. We will not be doing a live, but you will have a pre-recorded 200th episode, and I'm hoping that you'll be, especially for you longtime listeners, will be super excited about what we put together. So, also, if you haven't seen it already, Golden 80s hit their 100th episode.
Yay!
And so yeah, we're excited about that. Plus, we got the boys from the Nostalgia Tug going to be on that episode. So
Nice.
super excited about that. Their episodes are also streaming every other Saturday, the second and fourth Saturday of each month, if you want to put it that way. And Lance and Logan are doing a great job. So more shows, and there is going to be a new pod coming to the Golden Mojo Empire. And it's going to be right down Tucson Lane.
Nice.
So we will talk more about that when we have an exact date of the release. But we're working on art and getting all the finalizations of everything right as we speak. So we lost a call, guys. We've lost Court of Books and Booze. We've lost Golden Image. But we are gaining. We've gained the Puck. Yeah, we've gained the Gridiron Kings. We've also are about to gain a new pod coming
Soon.
Probably sooner than later if the host has his way about it.
Yeah.
All right, Rocker Chic, take us away. Where are we going?
I don't know. I'm hungry now because like the bottom of my screen says dill pickle crispy chicken.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds
is-
good.
what does that mean?
I don't
good.
know.
What does that mean?
Popeyes has chicken flavored or pickle
chicken flavored chicken.
pickle flavored chicken right now.
Dill pickle crispy chicken. I hate that because they have the pop-ups at the bottom, but then you can't find
You
the
can't
damn
find
story.
it in the story here.
Yeah.
There's a Golden Corral. What else we got? I just don't see it in there.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but
Well, I saw the
it's
commercial.
gone
It's
now,
at
so
Popeyes.
maybe-
Pickle flavored chicken.
Popeyes.
Now it's
pickle-
gone, so I'm okay.
Chicken flavored chicken.
Hey! Pickle flavored chicken and lemonade.
And
They had a commercial that said that at one point, chicken flavored chicken or something. I don't remember. Anyways. Sorry. Off
it's
track
all.
She's
good.
like, I don't know where we're going because I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're fucking getting out of here.
That's
We're
why
going
she's
to-
not smiling because she's hangry.
hangry. Are you hangry?
I'm always hangry.
Me too.
I had a breakfast burrito today, so that's all I've had. That was at like 9 o'clock this
I
morning.
had some Scooby snacks. That's all I had.
I win. I had better food.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at me, you're funny.
I had 2 chicken strips.
You
Chicken,
had
yeah,
two?
chicken. Were they dill pickle?
No, unfortunately.
Damn
they
it.
were not.
Okay,
I know.
You had 2?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you only eat 1.
I had 2 today.
Oh.
All right, guys. We are going to go to Utah,
Oh.
and we are going to go to some of the scariest places in Utah.
Nice.
Little haunted Utah action.
Yeah,
Nice.
just little short tidbits.
Okay.
There's a lot
I
in
believe it.
Utah. All right. First, we're going to the Rio Grande Depot in Salt Lake City. It was built in 1910. Is one of the city's grandest buildings, but it's also one of the spookiest.
Oh.
Thanks to the Purple Lady.
Purple.
Purple.
I love
We got all kinds of colors this time
I
around.
love purple.
It cost an eye-watering $750,000 to build the station, which features soaring ceilings, and local legend tells that one day a woman and her fiancé got into a fight. One of them threw the engagement ring onto the tracks in a fit of rage, then instantly regretted it. The woman climbed down to fetch it, but was hit by a train and killed on impact.
She didn't look both ways.
How do you
Guess
not know what
not.
fucking train's coming?
Yeah.
Well, she was worried about that ring.
I guess.
Since then, visitors have reported sightings of a woman dressed in early 19th century garb with a purple dress and purple hat. Some claim she wanders down the tracks, and others have spotted her in the cafe. Even the security guards are adamant she sticks around the mezzanine at night. Today, the station is home to the State History Offices, the Utah History Research Center, the Rio Gallery, and the Rio Grande Cafe, which is a rather lovely place with ghosts included.
Ooh.
Have you ever noticed that all the old depots are like transformed into places just to like museums and
Wasn't the building that we were in to go into the St. Louis Cemetery, wasn't that an old depot also? I think it was transformed.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep, I think you're right. In Union Station in Kansas City.
Yep.
All those. Next, we are off to the Old Tool Hospital in Tool County, Utah.
I'm not an old tool.
You are an old tool.
Yeah.
If there's one place in Utah that's guaranteed to give you the heebie-jeebies, it's the Old Tool Hospital. Built in 1973.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
You got to leave that in there.
Yeah, you know it.
Built in 1873 by Samuel F. Lee as a family home, the building turned into a home for the elderly and a special care unit in 1913. Locals called it the County Poorhouse,
Oh.
which gives you an indication of what it was like. There wasn't a morgue for patients who died there either, just a single room designated for the dead where the local mortuary would pick up the bodies. Unsurprisingly, there's plenty of peculiar activity going on here. People have reported ghostly presences, disappearing nurses dressed in white, and a figure cloaked in black scaling the walls.
Ew.
That's like your favorite.
No.
Stephen King's post-apocalyptic blockbuster, The Stand, was filmed here too.
Ooh.
So yes, that was the Old Tool Hospital. That's where Jeremy's going.
Wow.
Yeah. Next, we're off to the Devereaux Mansion. I think I'm saying that right, but I don't know. In Salt Lake City. Another spooky site. Was once one of the most luxurious mansions in the area. William Staines built the mansion in 1857, and thousands of people have passed through its doors for important balls, state events, and social gatherings. Nearly all of them left in good time, but locals say one guest refuses to take the hint. A young girl dressed in 1850s clothing stands by the window on the upper floor of the historic home. Like most little girls, she's prone to throwing tantrums, throwing objects, screaming, that sort of thing.
Sounds like Jeremy.
Dang.
Some claim to have heard her singing, humming, and chatting to herself, and others even claim to have caught her on camera.
How old did they say this little girl was? Did it say?
No, it just says a young girl.
Okay.
A young girl.
Caught on camera.
Taking count. This is number 4. This is the 4th place we're going to in Utah.
Okay.
It's called La Tuda in Carbon County.
Bless you.
Latuda.
If haunted houses and hospitals are a little tame for your paranormal taste, hot foot to Latuda, a ghost city. Francisco Latuda and Charles Pico bought up 326 acres. Oh my God.
306 fucking acres. Sick. They're sick.
They bought up 326 acres of coal lands in 1917 and established the Liberty Mine and Liberty Fuel Company here. By 1923, the town was home to 300 to 400 residents. Prosperity was short-lived, though, and in 1927, a series of avalanches obliterated dozens of homes, killing many at the same time. By 1954, most of the mining operations had shut down, and by 1967, there wasn't a single resident.
They have avalanches in Utah?
Well, I'm sure it's from mining, from cutting into the ground.
So it probably wasn't a snow avalanche. It was probably like just a dirt avalanche?
I don't know.
Does Utah have snow?
Yeah.
Colorado has snow.
Yeah,
Yes, I would
gets
say
snow.
Utah has snow.
All right.
I don't know. Look it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Head here in October, and you'll likely have the eerie town all to yourself, with one notable exception. Ever heard of the White Lady of Latuda?
No,
But I've heard of a lot of other white ladies.
Yeah.
Locals say a woman wearing a white dress wanders around the abandoned buildings, howling. Some say she's a widow mourning the death of her husband who was killed in the avalanche.
We're back to the avalanche again.
There was an avalanche. I don't know if
listen.
it was
Some sort.
rocks or
Yes.
snow.
Utah does have snow, particularly at higher elevations.
See?
Arizona
always-
gets snow.
And then mining would be in, yeah. So.
I always just think of Utah as more of a less mountainous state, I guess. I guess
No,
it
it
is.
looks pretty mountainy. Look, there's
Yeah,
a
I see that.
picture.
I see that, yes, I know.
Lots of rocks.
Maybe I'm thinking Nevada. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh my. Okay.
That's how my
Never
brain
been to
works.
either one of them, so I don't know. Okay.
I'll take you next week. I'm going to need time off.
No. Inventory.
Oh, crap. The week after.
No, that's inventory.
Crap.
Dang it. All right. We're off to Ben Lomond Suites in Ogden, Utah. Guests can expect the best from their stay at the Ben Lomond Suites. Crisp white linen, fluffy towels, high-pressure showers. And 5 or more ghosts. Built in 1891, it was one of Utah's grandest hotels, soaring 13 stories high. It was one of the tallest and most iconic buildings in the region. Its inhabitants weren't always deliriously happy about living there, though. First, there's the story about a Mr. and Mrs. Allen who lived in one of the apartments in 1902. He left for work one day, and she shot herself in the head.
Oh.
Then a newly hired cook fell 3 stories down the elevator shaft to his death.
Yikes.
In 1933, 2 young men jumped to their deaths from the 13th floor. The 13th.
Yeah.
Usually
it's
don't have
bad.
13th floor, so that, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you have a taller building, you're going to have a 13th floor. You just don't name it the 13th floor because it's
True.
unlucky.
True.
But there's always a 13th floor.
It's true.
It just might be called 14.
Have we got enough potential ghosts yet?
No,
not quite. In room 1102, a bride
Right.
drowned in the bathtub on her honeymoon.
How?
That is
How?
sad. And then in 1876, a hotel clerk was stabbed by a 15-year-old boy.
Jesus.
I guess her husband didn't want to be married to her anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Took less than a day. Anyways. With such a miserable history, it follows that there might be a few vengeful ghosts sticking around. Visitors have reported elevators that operate on their own, a self-filling bathtub in room 1101, disembodied voices, as well as phone calls to reception from unoccupied rooms. Ooh. That's a kind of spooky. Yeah, that's got some spooky stories behind it.
It reminds me of that video that went viral where that people were complaining about all the screaming coming from that room, and the security guard or whatever went up there, and there was nobody in there.
Yeah.
But you could see the spirit run out the door.
Yeah, you could hear it too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Next, we're off to Moon Lake High Vistas. Head high into the Utah mountains.
Oh, there they are.
Where there's fucking snow and avalanches and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where the Meadows Massacre site, and you'll probably hear a few voices. Not happy ones either. The types of conversation 100+ slain in a battle might have. And if that doesn't get your heart rate going, head in further to the lakeside campsite on Unitas Mountains. Visitors have reported a young girl with blue skin, shivering and dripping wet, asking for help. Others claim to have seen her running through their campsites.
I've heard about that. Or read about it or something. They go to help her and she vanishes right in front of their eyes. I believe that's how that went.
Yes, I think that's how it is, yes. Next, we're going to a restaurant, which reminds me I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now too, thanks.
I need some of that flavored chicken.
Shut up, dick.
My pictures are in odd order, so I'm like looking at this picture going, why am I at Moon High Lake? And it's a building. Anyways, Leslie's Family Tree Restaurant.
Sounds nice.
If you're in the market for a light touch of supernatural experiences, and maybe lunch too, head to Leslie's Family Tree Restaurant. It's known as Utah's most haunted restaurant, as well as the best place to get light and fluffy giant scones.
You guys, I'm hungry.
Is it scone-flavored scones?
Scone flavored. KSL TV visited with a team of paranormal investigators who said it's bursting with paranormal activity. The crew reported inexplicable equipment malfunctions, spooky whispering, and strange shadows. Visitors have spotted a woman in a blue nightgown. Oh, different. Wandering around the restaurant, looking for her son. Some have seen a young boy with black hair wafting through the restaurant too. Spooky stuff.
You suppose that's her son?
Might be. She's looking for him, so yeah, I bet
They
it
just
is.
can't quite cross the proper paths.
Or he's avoiding her.
Oh, shit. Maybe he did something wrong. You think?
He might have. He might be hiding from her.
Okay.
All right, next we're headed back to Salt Lake City to McCune. Let's call it McCune.
Sure.
McCune Mansion. It was built in 1901 and took around 3 years and $1 million to build.
Jesus.
These days, it is used as a venue for weddings and lots of other types of celebrations. There is said to be 2 different apparitions that are haunting the building. A man in a black cape and a little girl of about 10 years of age who particularly enjoys when there are weddings taking place.
She likes the fanciness.
Yeah. There is a picture of the girl hanging in the mansion, so she was obviously a former resident. She is often spotted at weddings where she can be seen dancing and giggling. On the other hand, the man is usually seen around Christmas time in the Black Cape.
Why around Christmas time, I wonder?
I don't know.
Maybe that's his favorite holiday.
Could be.
Not Boxing Day?
Next, we're off to Rock Canyon in Provo. It's a popular climbing area. See, there's mountains again, Jeremy.
Mountains.
Man, boy, I feel like a dumbass now asking about mountains earlier, don't I?
But only for experienced climbers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like Tom Cruise.
Okay, yeah.
Jared Leto.
There have been a number of deaths due to climbers losing their grip on the steep rock face and plummeting into the canyon below. These tragic deaths have contributed to the negative energy in the area, and the surrounding campgrounds are believed to be haunted. The most common sightings is of a man standing on one of the high rocky ledges. He is said to stare down at the living before running straight towards them at the impossible angle down this steep rock face.
I can't even climb into bed, let alone go climb a fucking side of a mountain.
Oh, let's see. Mercer Cemetery in Tool.
We're back in Tool.
We're back in Tool.
Visiting Jeremy.
I'm here. Over here, guys. Hey. I'm at the, where am I at? The old Tool place.
The old Tool Cemetery.
Oh, there you go.
The old cemetery. Old cemeteries are pretty creepy at the best of times. But when there are reports of paranormal activity in the area, it gets that little bit more terrifying. In Tool, Utah, which is said to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in Utah, it has been said that the phantom horseman gallops across the cemetery at night, and many visitors report hearing phantom footsteps and seeing shadowy figures. Interestingly, it seems like most of the spirits haunting the cemetery are actually children, but it is not clear why.
Do you think they're the children that are buried there? Or?
I don't know. Maybe they're chasing after the horsemen.
Maybe. Horsies!
Wait.
Horsies!
What did the old headless horseman, what was he after in all of those old stories? Wasn't he after children?
It's after anybody that crosses
No.
the bridge, right?
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
unfamiliar
remember.
with it up to a certain extent. That I just know that he throws his head at people, and if I do that, then fucking
What?
What?
Through his head?
Yeah, didn't he throw his pumpkin head at somebody?
I don't know. I don't remember that part. Anyway.
Listen, I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah. All right, we're off to Southern Utah University in Cedar City. It's allegedly very haunted, and there have been plenty of tales of the paranormal from students and faculty members. One of the most common occurrences is a ghostly pianist who regularly plays Deep Purple.
Oh, like Smoke on the Water?
Who plays Deep Purple in Braithwaite's Fine Arts Gallery.
Oh.
So I don't know. Deep Purple is probably some.
Bam,
Yeah.
bam,
Some.
bam.
Apparently, she had been due to play the song at the junior prom, but died before she had the chance.
Aww.
This is not the only musical spirit that is said to haunt the Southern Utah University. In Old Maine, there is said to be a specter named Virginia who plays unnerving flute music. She has also been blamed for setting the building on fire in 1948 on the 15th anniversary of her death.
Can't have nothing nice.
Nope.
She was apparently found brutally murdered and draped over large pieces of sandstone. It's kind of sad.
Hey, by the side note here, let's jump back. The Headless Horseman appears in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow segment of The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Todd. Just like the story, the Headless Horseman pursues Ichabod Crane, which ends up the Headless Horseman throwing his pumpkin head at him.
Why?
I don't know. It didn't say why.
Wouldn't he break his head if he threw it? It is just a pumpkin.
Maybe just go get a new one.
While it mentioned what happened to Ichabod's hat was found underneath a shattered pumpkin.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh, he did.
But he's a Headless Horseman, so I mean, just another one to reappear.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of information on the Headless Horseman here, but let's move on.
Benson Grist Mill in
Where's
Tool.
this? Oh, we're going back to visit Jeremy.
Hi guys, over here. I'm over here.
Tool County must be a hotbed of paranormal activity.
It is a hotbed because I'm here, baby. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just Golden
All
Jay.
right.
Nestled in the shadow of Utah's Cedar Mountains, the historic Benson Grist Mill transcends its 1854 pioneer origins to host a spectrum of haunting phenomena. From the mournful spirit of Alice, a young girl.
Is that the Who's?
Yeah, the Who girl. A young girl who met her watery demise.
Oh.
To the diligent apparition of a former mill worker whose toil transcends mortality. The mill's spectral residents are as diverse as they are active.
Oh.
Adding to its eerie allure, the mill was thrust into the paranormal spotlight when it became the subject of one of the highest-rated episodes of TV's Ghost Ventures in 2021, where investigators encountered its infamous angry mill spirit and captured the unsettling presence of a mysterious red mass, solidifying the mill's status as a must-visit for seekers of the supernatural. Okay, the Brigham Young Farmhouse is an old house in Salt Lake City. It used to belong to Brigham Young, a famous leader in the Mormon Church. People say it's haunted by his ghost. Some folks claim they've seen a ghostly figure wandering around the house. Others say they've heard strange noises, like footsteps, when no one is there. It's spooky to think about, especially since Brigham Young was such an important person in Utah's history. But even with the ghost stories, the Brigham Young Farmhouse is an interesting place to visit. We are going to Fort Douglas Military Museum. It's in Salt Lake City. It used to be a place for soldiers, but now it's a museum. Some people say it's haunted by ghosts. They think these ghosts are soldiers from a long time ago. People have heard strange noises, like footsteps, when no one is there. Others say they have seen ghostly figures walking around. The museum has a lot of old things from the past, but during the day, the Fort Douglas Military Museum is a cool place to visit. You can learn about the soldiers and see their old uniforms and weapons. Plus, you can explore the museum's big collection of military stuff. St. Anne's Retreat is an old place in Logan Canyon, Utah. We haven't been there yet, have we?
I don't think so. Is it hilly there?
Got rocks?
It's got a little bit. It was a place for nuns to live and pray, but now it's empty and spooky. Some people say it's haunted by a ghost. They think the ghost is a nun who used to live there. People have seen strange things like lights flickering on and off by themselves. Others say they've heard weird noises, like footsteps, which is almost everywhere. It's scary to think about, especially when you're alone in the dark. But during the day, St. Anne's Retreat is a nice place. You can walk around and see the old buildings and beautiful scenery. So the last one we're going to go to is called the Hotel Utah.
Woo!
We're finishing it off with just a little short blurb. Hotel Utah, now known as the Joseph Smith Memorial Building, is a big old hotel in Salt Lake City, Utah. People say it's haunted by ghosts. Some folks say they claim they have seen the ghostly figures walking around the hotel. Others say they've heard the strange noises, as we all know, footsteps or whispers, when no one is there. It's spooky to think about, especially because the hotel has a long history. But during the day, it's a great place to visit. Utah.
Utah is haunted.
Let's go to Utah and climb a mountain.
And leave Jeremy at Tool. The old Tool. At the old Tool.
Wow. If I come up missing, ladies and gentlemen, look
You'll
for
find
me at
me
the
in
old
Utah.
Tool.
Yeah.
It looks pretty there.
I don't think I've ever been to Utah. I've been to Colorado, but I don't think I've been to Utah. Maybe I drove through it when I was really, really young. I don't remember, but
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
yay! Lots of places. Lots of places that we went in the last 2 episodes.
Yes.
We've been road tripping.
I love a good road trip.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on mountains and in Tool. Oh, I'm tired.
It's so true. It's so true. All right. Well, we'll get you out of here so you can go get something to eat and go to bed.
I must use the restroom. I must pee.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. Then I gotta go do chores.
Man.
I'm sure my pig is out there screaming because she's not fed yet.
Oh.
She's just a bitch.
Bitch. She's a bitch.
I'm always like, shut up, bitch.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. Remember, go check out the merch store at UnitedStatesParanormal.com. And keep it spooky. And we'll see you on the other side.
Bye. BYE.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.